guys, welcome back to another recipe episode of In the Kitchen with Sandy, and today I am going to show you, as I get my britches pulled up, I'm going to show you how to make a Mexican macaroni and cheese. How's that sound? Sounds pretty darn good, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stick some butter in my pan here. You're going to use probably about 2 tablespoons, and the reason I'm using so much butter is because it's going to go in our macaroni and cheese. So macaroni and cheese, butter, duh. You gotta have it. You just gotta have it. And while that is melting, let's go over what we're gonna be using. In here, I've got about a half of a chopped jalapeno pepper. This thing was like massive. Honestly, it was about that long. So I just used half of it. I seeded it, cleaned it, and chopped it really small. I've got a little less than a half a cup of white onions, and I've got 1 large clove of garlic there, just cut like very small. I cut these small because I want these small going into this dish. Normally it doesn't really matter to me, you know, the size of it, but this time I want it, for this particular dish, I want it small. Once you get your butter nice and heated, I've got this on about medium, and we're also going to use some ground cumin. This is about a half a teaspoon of that. I've got a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, and about a teaspoon of oregano. And you're also going to use some diced green chilies, just a small can. And I've got a small can here of petite diced tomatoes, and as you can see, I stuck the lid down in there because I cut myself. But I drained them really well. You want your tomatoes drained super duper well. And now that this is nice and heated, we are going to go ahead and toss our jalapenos and our garlic in there. We're also going to use cheese, of course. It's macaroni and cheese, but we're going to use, I like to use the Velveeta cheese. And we're going to also use a little bit of the Mexican cheese. It's got some different cheeses in there, like pepper jack and so forth. Oh my goodness, that smells so good already. And you're just going to cook these until, you know, they get a little translucent in color. If translucent is a color. But you know what I'm talking about. The onions and your peppers are cooked a little bit through. Oh, it smells amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to it. And I'm going to add some black pepper, if I can find my black pepper. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell that. I really do. So easy. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. That, I mean, this is so simple to make. And like I said, you just want these to cook until they're nice and translucent and they're kind of soft a little bit. At this point in time, I want you to go ahead and add your tomatoes. Takes a minute to get them out of there. And then you're going to also add your diced green chilies. I'm getting all those out there because I like these things. I love the flavor of green chilies. I don't know about you, but I love them. And we're going to give that a mix. We're going to heat this thoroughly through. We're going to let this cook for probably another 2 or 3 minutes. And you're going to go ahead and add your beautiful seasonings in here. This is the key ingredient here. That's going to make every bit of that deliciousness in your pasta just, it's just going to stand out. And give that a stir. It smells so delicious. Now you're gonna let this cook for probably about 3 or 4 minutes till your tomatoes start, you know, cooking down a little bit. You'll notice that you'll get a little bit of the tomato juices at the bottom of the pan. See what I'm talking about? It's already starting. I've got this on about medium. Just make sure you keep your eye on it and stir it occasionally. All right, this looks really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'm gonna swap pans out here to my rotini. And I'm going to add my mixture right in there. I'm just using it in this pan because I'm going to combine it all really well together. Now, I'm baking mine today. If you don't want to bake it, you don't have to. It turns out just as beautiful if you don't bake it. It's a little bit more creamier if you don't bake it, in my opinion, but I am going to bake mine today. Just give it a nice toss. You know what? I gotta go in for a bite. I'm not even waiting. Add a little bit more salt to that. All those flavors together. Put it back right over my heat on low. And I'm gonna add, this is my Velveeta cheese. I'm gonna add that. Let me scoot it up there a little bit. I'm gonna add that right in my pot. And this is going to melt slowly. I'm going to add just a little bit of milk to it as well. Piece of cheese for me. Let's turn it up just a little bit. And if I didn't tell you, I've got my oven preheated on about 400. I'm going to add probably a little bit over half a cup of milk in there. And we will adjust it. If we need more milk, we'll add more milk. I'm not one of these cooks who make a roux before I make like my macaroni and cheese. You know, like the flour and all that stuff. I'm getting all the goodies off the side there. I don't find that necessary because that always makes sure macaroni and cheese, when I dig into my macaroni and cheese, I don't like it to come out like an actual, you know, like a chunk of it. I don't like it to come out in a shape. I like to be able to spoon it out. I like it to be more creamier than, you know, like stuck together. And I think that's what the flour does to it. Even when I make regular macaroni and cheese, I don't never make a roux for mine. I just put it in a pan, add milk to it, add the cheese, and then just let it melt, you know, at its own pace. Because if you're going to bake it, it's going to thicken up anyway. And even if you don't bake it, it's going to thicken up. But I just have never added flour and done that whole roux thing. Okay, we're also going to throw in some mild cheddar. And I don't have much in there, so I'm just going to use all of that. That's probably close to a cup. I may end up having to add a little bit more Velveeta cheese. We'll see. I like it creamy. And give that a nice toss. I am going to add a little bit more milk. Probably about a cup of milk total. And then just continue to stir until it's nice and melted. And again, I've got my stovetop on low. And then I'm also going to add some of the Mexican style 4-cheese blend. Whoops, there, so you can see it. Mexican style 4-cheese blend. This has Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso, and I can't even pronounce that one, Asadero cheese. We're going to add that in there. Nice couple handfuls of that. And then again, we're just going to stir it until it's well combined. And then we're going to pour it right into our baking dish. Alright guys, look how nice and creamy and delicious that looks. Like I said, you don't have to put this in the oven if you don't want to. You can eat it just like this. Look how delicious. Look at all that cheese in there. Look how nice and wet that is. And that's exactly how I want it going in. So that ensures that it's not too dry when it comes out. Now, we're going to back you up a little bit. And I am just going to add this bunch of deliciousness to my baking dish. Just pour it right in there. Gotta get all those goodies. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Can you see it? And we're gonna put this right in the oven. Let me scooch up there a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Look how beautiful that looks. Now this is going to go in a 400-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes until it gets nice and bubbly and golden brown. Look how beautiful that is. I want you to look at my Mexican macaroni and cheese. I'm trying to stay back a little bit so the lighting is good for you guys to see it. Look how beautiful that is. That baked in the oven for about 30 minutes. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm having this with my dinner tonight. Now, because I'm having this with my dinner tonight, I'm not going to disturb the beauty of it. Try not to anyway. But I'm going to take a little bite for you. Look at that. Got the tomatoes throughout, and it's got the green chilies and the garlic and that makes me just want to dance all night long, baby. All night long. Who cares about disturbing it? I'm having another bite. Look at the cheese. Oh gosh, there's so much cheese on there. That's the cheesiest. You're gonna love this recipe. I know you're gonna like it because I like it. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys also very much, and I hope you try this very soon, and I'll see you on the next recipe episode. Bye.